So we have some new info on the big Bricks and Minifigs fiasco, and that has to do with the big August LEGO release. Now, some of you who don't know, the big August 1st release for LEGO happens usually every year and every couple of months on the first of the month, where all sorts of new LEGO sets hit store shelves, official store shelves like big grocery stores, Walmarts, Myers, Kohl's, all the typical stores that you would find LEGO at. And part of those stores is Bricks and Minifigs. Now, all the way up until the release day, everyone thought they were going to be able to go to their local Bricks and Minifigs and pick up some of the new sets and some of the new sets that they've pre-ordered. Well, that didn't turn out to be the case. Right up to August 1st, like within a couple of hours, Bricks and Minifig stores across the entire country started sending out information on emails and Instagram posts that they were not going to have the August 1st release sets and that they were working to get them as quickly as possible, which left many LEGO fans really wondering what exactly happened and did LEGO actually pull their ability to send sets early to Bricks and Minifigs in particular, because all of the other big named stores received theirs on time and everything went as planned and as scheduled, like always happens. So I just want to read through this information here and give you some of the answers that we now have. So the nationwide franchise Bricks and Minifigs is currently navigating a significant operational and financial crisis as recent reports reveal severe disruptions in the company's supply chain. Franchise owners across the country have reported that the crucial August 2026 LEGO shipment arrived late, damaged, or entirely incomplete. And there was over 80 sets in total that actually released with this big August 1st release wave. Industry observers and franchise sources point to a breakdown in BAM Corporate's ability to manage its direct distribution deal with LEGO, which was established in April of 2026. So Bricks and Minifigs' big deal that they got into with LEGO so that they could start receiving sets early, that's completely new, like, for this year. Why LEGO allowed them to become a part of this after this huge fiasco that just unfolded will continue to blow my mind. But they used to only sell, obviously, old and LEGO sets, like pre-owned stuff that people would bring in and stuff like that. But now they're actually like an official LEGO store. Again, how that ever got passed through, I have no clue whatsoever. It says, according to reports, BAM Corporate requires individual store owners to pay for their inventory that they want up front. Corporate then allegedly relies on those funds to place the bulk order with LEGO. And critics argue this process suggests that BAM Corporate lacks the liquid capital to pre-finance these orders, leaving them vulnerable to significant delays if payment collection is not seamless. Now, this part is a little bit of a slippery slope because I do understand from BAM's point of view that if a store wants a particular amount of sets, they know how much they're going to sell and how much they particularly want, because each store is not being sent the exact same amount of LEGO sets. That's up to those individual stores to decide, okay, we want to pay for this amount of sets or these sets in particular and don't buy these sets. So it does make sense from that point of view that BAM does that. Whether they do or do not have the actual liquid money to purchase sets, that remains to be seen, but who knows as far as that goes. It says compounding logistic failure is a growing sense of isolation among the franchisees. Despite a July 10th, 2026 blog post from BAM leadership promising improved communication and transparency, store owners report that Amon McNeff and the corporate team have gone completely silent for weeks up to the August 1st release. And this lack of engagement has left franchise owners without guidance during a critical period, leading to speculation that leadership is struggling to manage both the financial fallout and the public perception of the brand. Now, this is very interesting to find out that higher up in corporate is really not communicating with their stores as much as they should be. And that's not hearsay, because we know for a fact many of the stores didn't get their August 1st releases. Now, whether that came from corporate not communicating well enough with all of their franchisees, all the stores, individually stores across the entire country, or it came from they weren't able to have the money, or they relegated the money that they were given from the individual stores to pay for other things like the court costs and all that stuff that they've been going through. Who knows? But there's definitely a lot of smoke there to indicate that something really not right within the company itself is going wrong. Reports from Echo Base Network, which has been tracking the situation through direct interviews with store owners, indicate that the frustration has reached a boiling point. Some sources have expressed doubts that the current business model is sustainable in its present form. As the brand faces this internal turmoil, the silence from the top remains the primary concern for those invested in the future of the Bricks and Minifigs network. See, now this is where the slippery slope of this entire thing comes to a head, because all the Bricks and Minifigs aren't part of this big conspiracy, this big problem. They're just people that want to have a Lego store and sell Legos. That's what their always dream was. We literally have a YouTuber named Life Bricks. He used to do a bunch of Star Wars leaks on YouTube. He wanted to basically be a part of Bricks and Minifigs, so he was able to get in and open up a store in Indiana that recently took over YouTube when everyone went to it. M&R Productions and Stud City, everyone went to it. It was a big deal. Like, people like that just want to have a Lego store, and they're having to kind of deal with the corporate and this entire fiasco that has transpired over the last couple of months, which is really unfortunate to see. Honestly, it looks like a lot of Bricks and Minifig stores have actually went up for sale because they just don't want any part of it anymore, and the sales have dropped off because of this entire drama and all this stuff that has occurred. So it's really unfortunate for those types of people that are truly, genuinely just want to have the store for fans of Lego. They have to deal with this entire backlash of the McNeffs and everything that's been going on with this entire thing. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below, but I'm going to get out of here, so I will see you in the next video.